Hello, welcome to the second promotional video for the book Secret of Everlasting Life, published by Jessica Kingsley. This is a book on alchemical practice and internal transformation, very much a book describing the way to create what is termed a golden elixir within, a health-giving substance, echinoma we called it in the last talk. Chapter 17 is how to begin thinking on someone you met. This is the opening line to the actual chapter, and it talks about combining similars together, distinguishing between people and things, aspects of nature, and really how to judge when one's found a correct teacher, or what the alchemical process is all about. First, the oldest text, 142 AD, nearly 2,000 years old. Then the commentators from Song Yuan, which is 1,000 years later. And here we are sitting another 1,000 years later trying to understand it on the web video. Quite remarkable process. You begin thinking on someone you meet. Watch for any clues and begin unravelling them. You take all sorts of things and compare them in order to sort out their source and their end. See how the cycling five subdue one another, altering to become either father or mother. As Mama holds within her stimulating juices, so Papa grants his endowment. Their condensed vitality streams into a form shaped as pebbles of gold that will never decay. Watch out especially they do not spill, or you will never complete the work. Set up a pole and you see a shadow. Shout across the valley and you hear an echo. Surely this is miraculous, the very image of the universe. They're talking about natural stimulus and response here. Master Shang Yang, very strict teacher, comments. This chapter speaks of the possibility of someone finding a teacher. He should first examine fully all the teacher says, watching for any clues and unravelling them, which are true, which are false. If you found a true teacher, there are no questions he or she cannot answer, and they will explain to you how to begin without stopping or obstructing you. But if he is a false teacher, he will only answer one question in 10. All the clues he gives you are made up and do not ring true. He guides you, but the path turns out to be a mean and dispirited one. Perhaps he advised you to not use words, this is the Tao, or tells you to practice sitting silently and gazing into the void. If you question him on the sand and mercury, or the dragon and the tiger, or turning back to the prenatal inner medicine, he's not really fully read and understood the alchemical books. He looks foolish and cannot reply. Generation upon generation of these usual masters, with their general sediment of ideas drawn from the mouths of men. Beautiful phrase there. So how to find out when we've got a handle on the truth? Yu Yan, the second commentator, describes this most beautifully and naturally. The petty arts of the uninitiated make the work seem complicated and tricky. They are easy to find, but difficult to complete. The supreme method of the golden elixir makes the work seem concise and simple. It's difficult to find, but easy to accomplish. In other words, we're surrounded by paths that lead nowhere. And yet the one path which will lead us to our goal is extremely difficult to find, but easy to accomplish. As you begin thinking on someone you meet, watch for any clues and begin unravelling them. Yu Yan is commenting on the text. This is to take all sorts of things and compare them in order to sort out their source and end. You have to be attentive. So then, in the interval between heaven and earth, as things appear and things transform, peer into the heights and depths to see what is happening and what is not. It's all quite clear and straightforward. Everything can be singly identified and ideas developed. For instance, note how the crane calls out midway through the night, while its young call out at the 5th watch. This is hexagram 61 in the I Ching Book of Change. What's the cause of this? It's because there's a mutual response within the energies of heaven and earth. In those two words, mutual response, is the whole secret of this book. It's just the same as when the cicada falls silent in the cold weather, or the rhinoceros gazes at the bright stars, or the old oyster holds inside itself a moonlit pearl, or a mere block of stone contains jade. It's the same as the butterfly straightening and bending its wings, or the glowworm brightening and dulling its light, or the closing and opening of the cat's eyes. It's just the same as the turning of one way and the other of the deer's tail, or the taken in breath of the tortoise in hibernation, or the spat out sand of the turtle. It's just the same as the windsock blowing in the wind, or the drip tile on a roof dripping water, or the lodestone pulling at a needle, or amber attracting small particles. It's just the same as the turning well sweep which brings up water, or the sweet flag, the flower in the rice fields which collects the dew, or the snake entering into hibernation, or the fish resting in still water, or the dung beetle rolling his ball, or the solitary wasp driving out her young, or the baby chick contained in the egg, or the young rabbit harboured in the womb. It's just the same as an ox having a yellow hide, or the dragon harbouring a pearl, or plums and walnuts producing fruit, or the sweet melon shedding its skin. It's just the same as a banana tree woken by the spring breezes, or the parasol tree heaving with autumn drizzle, or the evening moon seen over the clear blue lake, or morning mists shrouding the green hills. All these are revelations of the golden elixir. As Zhang Po Tuan said, to smelt the golden elixir, you must deeply delve into yin and yang and fully comprehend the ways of creation. How true this is. Thank you.